but it looks fine. Hello, Internet. We're doing Live for Speed. I've just noticed, by the way, on the wall, there's a couple of commando sockets there. So, not very realistic. Like they'd let me use them. I should probably remember the name of the car I'm in, because people will immediately ask. I'm in the Tommy 28. It's cool. It's got like the wing mirrors just old and dirty, like there's mould under the glass, because this is obviously some sort of 1910s, 1920s race car. And hello, someone?
Schalke has joined.
Ah, I really wish we could change this to say, you know, Schalke has joined the channel. Like,
yeah, that'd
like,
be good.
Well, like TeamSpeak or Ventrilo or IRC or.
Good chat clients.
Well, an old chat client certainly.
True.
Where? Oh, my steering was up. So this is unrealistic. So I'm in like an old race car. Unrealistic though. If you stall it, it's got a starter motor. So that's definitely wrong. Oh, and I have to get rid of this pillow. This pillow is when I don't have VR. It's very low geared. Whatever gear I'm in. Second, possibly third, took me from like 30 to 80. Well, it goes quickly. I'm a bit worried it's going to have drum brakes at the end of this straight, though. Yep. If you're talking, Shaka, we're just hearing like click. Oh, it's got skinny tyres as well, so it just drifts around the corners. Ah, there's Shaka. Hey, Shaka. So I did have a quick look before the stream around some of the new mods. There's another bus that looks quite fun. There's a truck that doesn't. There is a couple of cool little pickup trucks. The camper van last time was brilliant. That was a really good vehicle to drive. There is definitely not a Lancia Stratos. And there is this, which is I don't know, I guess a 1920s race car. It's just, it wasn't Formula 1, that didn't exist back then, did it? What would you call it, Mr. Chicken? What is this?
Something old.
Well, yeah, but what would, I mean, just race car, I suppose.
Yeah.
They don't really have.
Race cars.
Well, they didn't really have disciplines of racing back, did they? You just
No,
you entered it in the Grand Touring, and the equivalent of whatever Tocker was at that point, and off-road. You just took your race car along. I hope it didn't break too much. It doesn't want to spin, but it does want to just slide sideways.
Mm-hmm. How do you reset your viewpoint again?
I think it might be F8, but I've bound it to a button on my joystick. I think it's F8.
I was hoping to try and do.
I just bound F8 I can check if you like. I'm not doing any racing of note. Options. You alright? Sure? Okay, do you want to come over? Sure? Okay. Okay, what I've done, Henry, under controls, under control plus, under control F2, I have typed in /VR space reset, and then I have bound that to a button on the joystick. So you could, what you could do is you've got keyboard commands that you can bind any arbitrary string, and then you can then bind that keyboard command to a wheel button. It's a bit odd.
Yeah.
You okay? What'd you do? Oh dear. Would you like to remove all the door handles from the house? Frostide. I mean, I try to drive, which is the important thing. Do you know the phrase, all of the gear, none of the game? That's me. Was it all the gear, no idea, but I like all the gear, none of the game. At Shaka, we're on the Tommy 28 is the current car. It's just one of the staff favourites, apparently. I mean, say this is open. If you're a Live for Speed S3 owner and you want to join us, please do. It's just a lockdown server. There is even a voice chat, so you can come and join us.
How do I start the car again, don't I?
I don't know what button you've bound to that. I think it's the default key for ignition.
Oh, that'll do.
Okay, if we're all in then, let's actually... I haven't even seen you guys yet. It's got very heavy. So that's the other thing I do appreciate about this game. The different vehicles have very different steering characteristics, like the force feedbackiness. This one's got very heavy steering wheel. I'm having to work a lot harder, which is correct. Why is it not /R to restart?
Yeah.
Right, I will check the chat periodically, but obviously it's a little bit hard. I should really get a chat bot just to read it out. That can be done, I'm sure.
Oh, it's restarting.
Okay, we're missing chicken in beige and Shaka in glorious royal blue. All the world's narrow.
Stains on the mirrors.
Yeah, I know, it's cool, isn't it? Because the mirrors are old.
Oh, crap.
So this car, despite having drum brakes, actually doesn't brake too badly, but does slide quite a lot in the corners because it's only got very narrow tyres.
No.
It's over, Shauka. I have the momentum. Has a horn too.
I can't really hear the horn.
The brakes aren't too bad in this, but this is where you'll discover that the car is not got modern tyres on it. Oh, we slide in. There we go.
Oh.
But it hasn't really got the power to make the rear step out, and it's a long car, so it just wants to slide. Keeping an eye on Shauka in the rear view mirrors there. It's a difficult thing when you've not done a lot of laps in a car. I've no idea how fast this car will take the corner, and obviously to win the race one must finish the race, so I'm taking it all the corners probably a lot slower than the car will do.
Well, I just spun it.
I'm impressed. Like
I think it was more of a brake on oversteer rather than a power on oversteer.
No, wrong gear. Wrong gear. This is where I wish this game had hand tracking, so we do very gentlemanly passes and shaking of fists and things. It will come. I can't wait for VR games to have that sort of stuff. Like the silly thing is, the hardware will do it. It's the game that doesn't have any support for it.
Yeah. You need the character to understand it.
Yes. It'd also be nice if, obviously, I'd like to tell the game how big my steering wheel is, and it would scale whatever steering wheel I've got to match. So, what's it called? Proception? Something
like that.
That's the thing where your body knows where your arms are, even if you can't see them. So, proprioception. Thank you. Say what? Proprioception. Okay. But I've got the issue right now that the steering wheel in this car is huge. My steering wheel is, whatever it is, 11 inches or something. After playing a whole lot of SnowRunner last year, I got in my smart car and was blown away by how big the steering wheel felt compared to my racing wheel. Because racing wheels, like sim wheels, are tiny.
I'm using a joystick that is totally disanalogous for the wheel. I don't have any penalties in addition.
I hope the clutch in this thing is strong, because I am flat shifting through most of the gears.
The other problem I've got is I've got a smooth floor, so every time I brake, my seat goes backwards and my steering wheel goes and pedals go forwards. So, yeah.
Some of that, as long as your steering wheel's clamped on nice and tightly, it's to hold on tightly to the steering wheel.
That's kind of what I'm trying to do.
Oh, I also had a couple of the Marshalls, by the way, genuinely think the fake Tesla batteries that I built were the batteries. Like, genuinely, can we take these out and have a look? I'm like, there's just cables in there, it's just storage. But yeah, because the idea of the day was to start to give more exposure of EVs to race professionals. But I'm like, surely they've seen EVs. Like, EVs are common now. Their Model 3 was the biggest selling car in September. It's not a rare car. You see them everywhere. So I was actually very surprised at the level of ignorance shown by people who literally either obsess in motorsport or is genuinely their profession.
Yeah. Oh, that's into neutral.
It's odd as well that, I mean, apart from the clutch knackering on this, which I actually really like, there's very few in the way of mechanical failures. So I know when it's time to change the engine oil on my cruiser because there's an extra couple of neutrals, and it's like, that's when you know. But you never get that in games where, you know, the gearbox just fails to synchronize or that sort of thing. You do get a bit in this, but it's I guess you don't want.
What's the button to get up the status? Car status?
F9 for tyres and clutch. Well, unfortunately, the clutch indicator is rubbish. It's like fine, like broken is about 6 pixels in on a 100 pixel box. These wing mirrors are so awful. I'm having to like peer into them to see if there's anyone there.
Yeah.
So were rearview mirrors invented for cars, or did like horse and carts have them?
I think they're for cars. I don't think horses and carts had them. Usually they're a bit quieter, say horse and carts. You're not sort of
I guess
unaware of
yes.
someone high speeding it up behind you. But
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, yeah. I mean, cars back then were not quiet. That came. I've heard
Yeah.
what unmuffled engines sound like.
And horses have like anti-wing mirrors, which restrict visibility.
Horses have what?
usually for
Sorry?
the horse though. So
Yeah, I meant for the driver. Obviously, the horse doesn't have mirrors. That would be very odd.
Are they called blinders or what they are?
yeah, something like
Blinders,
that.
yeah. But like, I was just wondering, like early cars, because if you look at early cars, it's interesting. Like, I assume they invented windscreens and windscreen wipers for cars rather than for horses and buggies. But I
Yeah.
don't know about wing mirrors, whether or not they were an invention that needed to happen, or if they just, I mean, probably initially a guy just went into his wife's bedroom, nicked 2 vanity mirrors, and just put 2 bits of string and stuffed it on the outside of his car. I suspect it was something like that originally.
Yeah. So I know my dad's car hasn't got wing mirrors. It's just got the central, what do you call it? Rearview mirror as such.
Yeah.
But
Well,
that's not quite the principle. I mean, that's a 60s car, so it's
Yeah.
they were definitely around before then.
so most cars I have seen of this era tend to have an aftermarket rear view mirror that's sort of very low and on the dash, so you can see your own
Yeah.
shoulder in it, but you can also see
Yeah.
behind the car. Come on, baby. We're going to get ourselves a win. It's not these aren't great lap times, are they? 1:45. We're not,
Not sort of burning the.
burning through races, no. I don't. There are questions in a moment. I will answer them. Sorry, I can only really look at the chat in between races. I think it's a question about the motion platform. I'll read the question after this, and then I will answer it after I have romped my way home to victory. Oh, power slide. Yes. So it wasn't until, I believe, 19... Oh, that's a bad noise. Is everyone still there? I just got a very odd crackling noise through my earphones. I think it was 1954. That's when we worked... It might have been... Yeah, I think it was that. It might have been a little bit later. That's when we worked out about downforce. So until that point, so the Grand Prix Legends, whatever year Grand Prix Legends was set in, that was set in the year before downforce. And before then, they drift around the corners. They had no aerodynamics, no downforce, very little in the way of lateral grip. So you'd oversteer and keep your foot planted. This car doesn't seem to have any tyre screech though. Like, I'm wheel spinning and the revs are going up, but it's not actually making any noise.
Yeah.
Guess
Might be
I've got to tag it.
missed, I think.
God, it's quite a jolt as this one changes gear though. Like different cars, again, the motion rig does different things as you change. This one goes... Like there, I'm definitely wheel spinning the car around the corner, but no skid noises whatsoever. I can just hope the revs go up.
I had some skidding going on.
I'm not hearing anything. Like, literally not hearing any skid noises at all. I can definitely hear some skids there, but I'm not.
Oh dear. Roll over. Whee.
And does it have a handbrake? Yes. Doesn't have a gear indicator though, but that's relatively posh. Or a gear stick. They did actually not bother to model a gear stick.
Yeah. As you could go past the chicane. Yeah, just come on, bit more, bit more, bit more. Don't crash just yet.
Why are you the wrong way up?
I kind of lost my oh.
You dead. There's no roll cage. You're just sitting on your own head.
It's not brought me back up. Oh dear.
Can I feel the speed? Yes. So this is a six-dimensional, six-dimensional.
That's not a good feeling. Hang on.
Thing. So it will. If my car moves, my seat can move in the same way in all directions. So yes, I can definitely feel it. It can't obviously give you a sensation of speed, because there is no sensation for speed as such. But what I've got is I've also got a couple of what's it called? Eccentric cams, I think. But it's basically a little, not eccentric cam. It's a little vibratey thing. So I can vibrate my seat, which is also the only actual sensation of speed you're going to get. So there was a bus called the RTS, which looks quite nice. But I was going to suggest if we have a go in the... let's try the Ace 100 pickup. Just colour it. Oh, now can I get away with... Oh. What I want is a... It's not how you do orange, is it, Adam? There's no blue in orange.
Ace.
Ace. ACE. Ace 100.
Is it a pickup, did you say?
It says a pickup, yeah.
Right.
Can't seem to find an orange. The best I can do is brown or green. So I guess I will just make that a little bit more purple. Oh, maybe black would look alright there. Maybe dark green. Dark green. There we go. I've no idea if there's. Ooh, I've no idea if this one's any good. By the way, I've not done it before. I mean, Savio, to be honest, you don't really need a good PC for this. Like Liverspeed S3 is runs on anything. Okay, so this has got a proper Volkswagen style. Oh, this is awesome in VR. So it's got a proper Volkswagen style steering wheel. People are whining about the new Volkswagen camper van not having like it not being retro, and it's like people are like, you've never actually driven one, have you? Because you don't want that steering wheel. Like, no one ever wanted that steering wheel. It was just a necessity rather than something. For those of you in VR, how many rear view mirrors have you got?
Ooh, a few.
2,
3,
3, 4.
Too many.
Something quite funky in the middle. There's 2 frames, but I guess, only one actual mirror.
No, I think it's very broken. Come on then, let's go. I should probably have checked to see if this front wheel drive, rear wheel drive, whatever.
Rear.
Please don't make me type / restart in, it's a lot of effort.
Oop.
Just shift R or escape.
Where's my front?
Oh, this is definitely rear wheel drive, and there's a lot of go, and I don't like the one-handed driving style of my character.
This has got quite a bit of power.
Yes, does seem to. Well, we're able to, again, for your first race or races in any new car, just take it a little bit easier. I only won the last race because I slightly screwed up less than you two. Was it because I was better? Oh, what?
Oops.
Okay. Schalke, let's just restart. Schalke, have you coloured your car like the Scooby-Doo van on purpose?
No.
You totally have, though. Not on purpose, but that's totally the Scooby-Doo van colours. Schalke, Mr. Chicken, restart. Shift R.
Oh, yeah.
You jumped the lights, and obviously I immediately followed. I don't know why I would do that. Like, even if I hadn't noticed the lights change, I'm still staring at the lights. But yeah, Schalke, you also got the mystery mobile, just that someone's cut the back of it off. Okay, so naturally aspirated. Rear wheel drive. Oh, it's a bit squirrely there. That was a rubbish launch, Mr. Chicken. Rubbish.
Yep.
Whoa, whoa, oh. Right. So Schalke didn't take it cautiously advice, and neither did I. Ooh.
Oh crap.
Oh, it's got a lot of power coming around front the corners.
Oh shit, there's a Schalke there.
God, I needed to find a way to hack the LOD, because it goes to low LODs way too soon. My computer could...
Low gearing.
It's only got 3 gears.
Something like that. And very unstable at high speed.
I'm glad this cane doesn't have any engine overheat, which is what happens when you redline it all the way down a straight. Right, so 3 gears.
Oh crap. No, damn it. Oh bollocks.
Oh, I thought you were going to hold that drift, Schalke. It looks so good. Were there any manual cars? Were there any 3 gears outside of, like, you know, Messerschmitt bubble cars and stuff?
A few old ones.
If you are interested in seeing the motion rig in a bit more of its glory, if you tune in on Sunday, we're doing Wreckfest, which is obviously off-road and cars hitting each other. This is a smooth and gentle breeze compared to that on the motion rig. This is lovely.
Oh bollocks.
Not that Wreckfest isn't amazing on the motion platform, but it's very punishing. This is just sit back here, redlining my V8 truck down the straight, checking my rearview mirror. Whoop. Changing down too soon. The best thing you can do when the car goes wrong, just take your foot, don't give it any power, don't give it any brakes, just take your foot off both pedals and just try and steer your way back into sensibility. Do try and keep a bit of remembrance for the vehicles. Whether there's one that you really like, we can also go back to them. I think the Volkswagen Camper we did last week was the Zombie, and that was really good fun. Like, really fun to drive. This one's quite good. It's definitely not as squirrely as like the LX6 or anything, but it just requires a little bit of taming, but does seem to be quite a well-behaved car. Although I feel very, very high up in it in VR.
Yeah.
Half the time I don't see my meters because of my hand.
Yes, I agree. That hence exactly like the old VW combi vans, to be honest.
Just rounding a sausage curb there, out, and my steering wheel is now no longer where the hand is.
Okay.
That's an interesting crash mechanic.
Did you break it? Yeah, because I don't think the hand.
Yes.
I don't think the hand is attached to the steering wheel. It just orbits the circle where
No.
the steering wheel should be. Wrong gear.
Yep.
Wrong gear. Changed down twice. Oh, I'm struggling to get it back on the track. I've lost all my massive lead.
And spinning again.
I changed down, redlined it, and it just, the rear wheel's locked.
Mhm.
And I didn't think about putting my foot on the clutch, which is what you should do.
Ooh, I just gotta change up and back and went, whee!
Whoops. Oh. No, no, no! Not again! No! I mean, I let Shark catch up because it makes for better footage. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think my vehicle is a little bit unhappy. It seems to be... I think maybe the tyres are warmer, so I've got even more grip on the rears. But the fronts haven't been wheel spinning, so they've not warmed up. Hashtag rear wheel drive world problems. Yeah, there's smoke coming out of my car. My top speed is this. I need to remind myself there is a middle part of the accelerator that's not all the way down or all the way up, and I should try and use that a bit more rather than just slam my foot down, wheel spin, yank my foot up, slam it down again a moment later. Shaka's giving us proper bit of oversteer going on there. That wasn't join on empty. No, I don't.
I was half on.
No, I couldn't actually do much. I was just kind of sliding towards where you went off, trying to sort of keep to the left a bit more. Oh, no. We've lost a Schalke. Yes. I am speed. Oh, that gears. I don't understand why anyone would configure it like this. Make third gear about half the ratio.
Drift, maybe?
You wouldn't know, because it still does 120
No.
miles an hour. You don't drift
Oh,
120.
bollocks.
Your car looks... Oh, no! Knackered.
Yep.
Now this is one of the more interesting rear-wheel drive cars because it's got enough power to light up, but because it's a bit heavier, it doesn't really get into a drift, and you can actually react in time, which is nice. It's a shame the game doesn't show a drift indicator anywhere. That'd be nice. You know, distance from true. I can't believe that was my best lap. It was sideways for half of it. Oh, maybe it's got a lock differential as well.
Yeah. Oh, that might also be a reason.
Does that mean that when you got the
Leading the
car
pit lane.
going round a corner and you put power down, it basically wants to drift?
Yeah.
Which is why I've seen drift prepped Mazdas on the road. Not a sensible idea. They've just welded the diff together.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so when it was down in Southampton, the Mazda saw me in the Impreza and decided to show off and nearly just stacked it into the other lane. Because the moment he put his foot down, the car just really wanted to go sideways. And he obviously wasn't prepared for that and just fishtailed up the road. Not in a cool and controlled way, but in a, oh god.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm getting the hang of this. Cool, I said that and I didn't crash. I must be getting the hang of it.
I just slid off the road.
I keep trying to change up out of third.
Yeah. Oh. Bollocks.
I also wish I could put up on the screen for people to see. I wish I could put the replay camera there. There's no way to do that. The only thing I can show is my one. I can easily render this game again. No problems. Don't think I can run 2 copies of the game at once. So one point people have pointed out, if you want to spectate an S3 server, you have to have an S3 license, which is dumb. You should be able to spectate any server on the demo license. So this means that you guys could watch from a third-person view, whilst I'm in first person, which is obviously a bit nicer. But
I remember reading something regarding that, and it might have changed, or there might be planning to change or something.
Ah, well, that'd be nice. Oh! Just drifting along. Whoa, scared. It kind of feels like a GTA car, this one, I guess. But yeah, the motion platform is also very good in flight sims, very good in space games, Elite Dangerous, etc. This chick was disqualified.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. Drive-through penalty I needed.
Oh.
I was like, fuck it. I didn't take it in the available time.
I quite like that car. Annoyingly, there's no way to add vehicles to your favourites. There just isn't a favourites list. I can't even, like, curate a set and then share it with you or anything. I can't see how many times I've driven or the distance driven in each one. It's a bizarre lack of options. Can we do the Acosta Starlin, please? Which is a Lancia Stratos or Lancia Delta Stratos? I'll be honest, I don't know the difference.
Lancia Stratos. The Delta is a 4-wheel drive one.
Ah!
The modern one.
Ah! Oh, this is very cool in here. He's wasted an awful lot of texture space on a very small fire extinguisher. See the engine in the back. What are they called? The little slits on the back. like gas slits or something. They've got a name because it had no rear windscreen. It just had, I'm pointing out, it just had these sort of plastic slats.
Vents, I guess.
Nah, it's definitely got a name. Pop-up headlights though. Well. Oh, now I feel very low compared to that last car. No gear indicator. Massive tack, but a tiny speedo. So this one's actually gone the whole hog. So on the far left, we've got the time. Cool. Then you've got fuel. Excellent. And then you've got the frame rate. Nice. Then speed, which I can't really see. Water temperature. No. Fuel pressure? And that's oil temperature, water temperature. So what's that one there? It must be fuel pressure. I don't think I've seen any of the cars show fuel pressure before. Like fuel pressure I've got in my Impreza.
Bollocks.
Which is useful. Didn't you see me there, mate? Wait,
I went to put my foot on the brake.
Shaka, come back. And what happened?
I went to put my foot on the brake, and it was I exchanged my clutch and regular brake. So I'm in left foot brake.
Wow.
And so I didn't put my foot on the central brake rather than the left brake.
These are glorious looking cars. Look how little gap there is between the helmet and the top of it. And the door handles are obviously nicked from another car, which is probably exactly correct. Right then, let's go. No, as in, let's start the race. Wait, you get... No, the drive will be cancelled.
Mirrors are tiny.
The rearview mirror is useless. I'm gonna have to sit lower in my seat in order to see the rearview mirror. Gently, here, gently. And when you unseat the car, you need to wait till it's settled before you start. Ah,
Like
he just doesn't listen.
Oh, that was basically the entry point of the thingy.
Shall we restart, given you made it a whole 3 corners for spinning it?
I'm probably going to do the same thing again next time anyway, so I've got to get used to the car first.
There's 7 laps to go, so it's a lot of not driving.
Oh.
Right. These are beautiful looking cars though. They've done a good job on the model, but they were just fantastic design. Not particularly sure if they were any good, like whether it was just good drivers or just a huge amount of power, but a lovely, lovely design. Despite the ridiculously unaerodynamic pop-up headlights, which are just horizontal when they're up at the front. Sorry, vertical. Oh, bit squirrely there, Schalke.
Oh, what the hell?
What? How did you do it again in the same place?
It was a different place.
I disagree.
I mean, the other one was going into the corner, that was coming out of the corner. Different place.
Same corner though.
Yeah.
Oh! That was a beautiful drift, and then when it snapped back, it oversteered in the wrong direction.
Oh.
I'm not good enough at returning the wheel back to the right. So when you start to drift, that's fine. As soon as the car starts to react to the drift, you have to then point the wheels in the right direction. And I can do it in a real car,
Yeah.
but I struggle to do it here. I think it's because the wheel's so small. Like I'd put the ball of my hand on it, and I'd pivot the wheel very, very, very quickly. I guess it doesn't help that I can't actually see the wheel either, so I can't grab it and pivot. Whereas, obviously, if the steering wheel that the guy had, which incidentally is rubbing on my knees, if that was exactly the same as my sim wheel, I think that would help. How the hell are you 14 seconds ahead?
One lap less.
That was beautiful. That was a lovely drift. Lost all my speed, but drifted and didn't crash the car. Unrelated, I need to get some silicone on my gas struts on this because they're just squeaking a little bit. I think it's a gas strut, so it might actually be the brake pedal. It's a bit hard to tell because obviously when I put my foot on the brake pedal, the car goes forwards.
Yeah.
Catching you there, Schalke. Oh, no. Beth, to use the rearview mirror, I'm having to sit right down. And whoever adjusted the wing mirrors needs to be shot, because out the left one all I can see is the car. Brake balance is a little bit far back on this car, so it tends to want to pirouette a bit under heavy braking. I think I'm slowly getting the hang of it. The reflexes to save myself when I oversteer are there now. I'm not doing it quickly enough, or I'm doing it too much, or not enough, but they are beginning to sort of develop. Obviously, you don't want to be oversteering, not unless you are actually in a drift competition, which we are not. But it's good that they're there, because that's a good one to have on the road. Because I have oversteered my Impreza a couple of times, and I managed to save it. And so the trick is you steer the way you want to go, and as soon as the car reacts, you stop helping it. Otherwise, you'll snap over. You'll oversnap. So I say, as soon as the car is doing what you want, stop telling the car to do what you want, because it will just do what you want more, which is probably not what you actually want.
Yeah.
Follow me for more driving tips.
How's that catching up going?
Okay, great, thank you. I've decided I don't care about first place, I care about style points. I'm getting loads of those for this fantastic set of
There's a shulker behind me. Oh crap.
Don't let him past.
Oh, I can't see him, shit.
See, like there, I did the right thing, I just couldn't spin the wheel quickly enough. And then crash. Oh, and then stall the car. Where's the... I can't find the ignition. There it is. Oh. Oh, that's reverse. I started the car up, put my foot down, and shot backwards.
Ah.
That's a question I did have for the Zero dealer, which is why doesn't my bike have a reverse? Now I know BMW have a patent on reverse on motorbikes to do with something extra cog something, like it drops into place, but with an electric bike, I don't know why. Now apparently the bigger electric bikes do, but my one doesn't, and I was like, oh, I'm not saying I'd use it a lot, but it'd be quite nice just to be able to whir my bike backwards under power at 2 miles an hour than have to paddle. And quite frankly, I haven't walked my bike since I passed the test. Like when I bought my 1400, I'm like, can you please take it out of the showroom, because there is no way I am waddling 230 kilos of bike back and down a ramp. But in your test, you have to do you have to maneuver the bike to show you can. And I said, I've never done that since, because why the hell would I try and balance the bike upright and stand beside it when I could just stand on the bike and then we're all balanced, and I just paddle along looking silly. But No, come on. Oh no. Oh. So during my quick steering wheel saving motion, I managed to hit the ignition. But it's in gear, so I'm like, why is it not doing anything? So it took me a moment to realise.
These challenging cars make me do drifts more. And it's not for the fastness, but it makes good for the driving skill.
Yes, I was saying I'm beginning to learn what to do, because this car is it's not quite as prone as the last one, but this one's nice and light. So again, if you come off the power, it should stop doing what you don't want it to.
Nope.
Oh yes, that was perfect! All the way round, like 15-20 degree drift. But I said, a lot of professional drifters, this is the program they use in the off-season to practice drifting with. That's why there's such a big drift scene in it, because it's very, very, very realistic at that. High-speed tyre physics, yeah, right, but the drift tyre physics are, apparently, I'm not the expert, the only time I've drifted my car is shortly before I ended up slightly off the road going, oops. But apparently so. It's a very nicely done car though, nice model, nice handling, it's got all the gauges, it's got a rev shifter light. But if I was designing a live-for-speed car, there's no way I would not have all the gauges I was allowed to implement. I've never seen turbo oil pressure before, and it's good that it's, well, it's pointless that it's there because you can't, leak. And you also can't, what's the word, overheat the oil and then end up with problems. But it's cool that it's there. Our first random of the evening. Now, is he going to choose the same car as everybody else, or belt out in the Formula E or something? Oh, you beat me on the best lap as well.
Are you going down the mods by alphabet?
No, by date added and ones that look appealing. There was quite a cool bus as well. Make sure I do the right order. Yes, it's that one. There's a truck that looks rubbish, then a bunch of just massively overpowered ones, and then a definitely not a BMW. I was going to suggest there's a bus quite near the top, not the Carabus. The RTS 6-71. Yeah, brilliant. Oh, and immediately chooses the Formula Ground effect. I mean, seriously, dude. So yeah, the RTS, which is... Oh, wow, this is a well-modelled one. My goodness me. It's got a diff lock button on a bus. Oh, the trim is glorious.
RTS 6-71.
RTS something, it's a bus. It's got a cassette player, loads of... Oh my goodness. So obviously the people testing this are not in VR, right? I'm going to guess that Speedo is 9 or 10 inches across. I mean, it is... Yeah, it's that big. It's like a dinner plate. And the fuel gauge is probably the biggest fuel gauge ever seen by man. Now, do you think this guy's going to realise that he's in completely the wrong car? No. Come on, dude. Same car. You're in a bus. I'm in a bus. No, don't. Why does he think we would want to race a bus against the Formula Ground effect?
Which bus were you in? Sorry?
RTS. Dude, does it look like we're in the same car? Does it look like we're in the same class of car? I need a mod for this. I need a thingy for this. I mean, I will just start kicking people. I just don't understand why you would go, everyone else is in a completely different car to me. Oh, well, I would just drive around in the race then. Unless you were...
Do we enforce the correct car before starting the siege?
I can't. That's the thing. I have no way to do that with the modded cars. There is no functionality for that. Apart from kick... But you see, Ole Skiewicz got it. So do you think the guy's going to spot we're about to start the race and we have one Formula 1 car and 3 buses? Good race, have fun.
What fun.
Hey, Tad.
Yo.
Oh, God, I was at full lock right. I'm just going to kick him. Why did you kick me? Well... Now someone's... Again, what you should do is you should join the race and you get shoved into spectator mode. Look at what people are driving, because it does tell you. LOL. I can ban you. But Ollie's got it. Be like Ollie. Oh.
Nope.
Ollie nearly lost it again. And then
Is that my track behind me, or is that someone else's truck?
Oh. Yeah,
My truck.
we've got blacked out windows.
Yeah, the rear window is now use mirror. Yeah.
You're gonna have to do shoulder. Actually, if you can't even do shoulder checks. Okay, I'm clear. It's over, Ollie. I have the.
High ground.
It's a
Wait.
bus.
Oh, there goes the Ferrari again.
It's not Ferrari. It's a Formula
It's a
1
diesel
car.
Ferrari.
Fast.
Well, it doesn't. Cause,
Car.
oh no, he's gone again. Does it? Maybe you'll get the hint. Why are you kicking me? Why do you think I'm kicking you, overtaking our buses and your Ferrari? Sorry, Formula 1.
Oh, I'm drifting. Oh, and hey! I rolled it.
How did you roll a bus?
Sausage curb.
Probably not that hard.
I think I should have put it on less laps for this, in retrospect. So I don't mind, I mean, the XFGT diesel, like, yeah, right, okay, but why?
No.
It's like doing a game of like Titanfall when everyone's a human and going, I'm going to be a mech. I'm winning. Like, I don't mind if people choose a slower vehicle, that's on them, but all of my wins and wins and losses are a matter of record on the Live for Speed site. So I don't want to be beaten by someone who is, you know, essentially in a different class of car.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's like at Le Mans when they have multiple classes on the field at once. It doesn't count if you get beaten by someone in a different class.
Are geeks a matter of record?
No, so there's nothing stopping you being an arse and kicking everyone who's beating you. Yeah, it's a nicely detailed... Well, it's the beginning of a nicely detailed bus.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
We rolled it again.
Yeah.
How?
Yes, he did. Well, I'm behind him.
Oh, man.
Wow, I threw you really far. Okay, this car does, or this bus does not handle.
Yeah, you brought one.
I'm not following you again.
That was very weird. We had like a rush of like 4 randoms, and they've all left. This bus is not as good as the other one, I don't think.
Kicked most of them.
I kicked one twice because he drove a Formula 1 car in our race of buses. And I kicked him when he overtook us. I'm going to give these a thumb downs, by the way. We've got 2.5 minute laps, so should we go for something else? These are not driving as well as the other bus. And we are going to be here for about 35 minutes. Let's see what else we
Yeah, I guess it would be fine to move on. Would need like less laps for it to keep interesting.
The problem is too many of them are just variations.
You're getting a different car.
Yeah, I'm just having a look through. Too many of them are just variations on an car. Right, okay. The pickup was cool. The Acosta was cool. The Tommy was quite good. I quite like that one. Okay, I'm just going to try this one because this is. Oh right, okay, yes. Right, that doesn't really work very well in VR. Your ping's a nice solid 1.1 today, Tad. Okay, purposely not looking at anything, trying to click on pets. There we go. Right. Not that one.
Oh, upside down now. Well, nice.
Oh, this one could be quite fun, maybe. Let's try the Form 07. Oh. Colouring my car. Why is the interface so bad? I don't know. It didn't actually look at the power on this one. Info. It is 120 horsepower, so not very much. Oh, ooh, oh, okay. Got plenty of power to wait. I'll put it down to 5 laps though. I really wish, as admin, my vote carried 1,000 votes. Rather than I can type special commands to make it happen. Race 5 laps. So yes, it's the Form 07-004, which appears to be a. Oh, what is that? It's an old car.
Fiat 500. I think.
Mini. Oh, it could be an old Fiat. No, the Fiat 500s were. Unless there was a one between the old Fiat 500 and new Fiat 500. I don't think so. Tad, are you ready? That's a bus, Tab. I can remove Tab because I think he might be interneting. I kind of wish I didn't have green everywhere, but we'll see. Oh, I like you've gone with the, is it Repsol? Not Repsol, Golf colours there, Henry. Very nice.
One of the options. So.
Oh, is it? Oh, cool. How's it handle?
Ah!
Excellent.
Oh, and the brakes are... Oh, shit.
Brakes are pretty good.
Yep. Oh,
balance might not be there.
Especially if you're neutral. Oh, bugger.
But nice and slow here, don't screw it up.
I'm trying to get nice and slow.
Like, you know, at least get onto the straight before you crash it.
Yeah.
I like the pool noodles on the inside so I don't hurt myself. But unfortunately, whoever textured the gear shift mechanism spent all about 3.5 seconds UV mapping it. Whoa, Nelly. Okay, it's got a lot more brakes than you can safely use. Whoa! Was there some contact there, Schalke?
Yeah.
What's yeah?
Network was a little unsure.
Oh, sorry. Was that not enough reaction time?
Yeah, it's only. But it was like ghost contact. Did you go off on that?
Yes, I did. It's all right. I'm wrestling with this little beast. What happened to Tad? Did his internet just give up entirely?
Might have done.
Yeah, this car's got a lot of lean. Like the motion rig is really leaning left and right, just because it's got quite soft suspension.
I think that's just how much you can steer. But
whoa, curbs.
Oh, I see about safety. If you turn at all when braking, it wants to flip.
Yes, it's not. So that's why I was braking a bit more gently than normal, because it's quite a challenging car. Sorry, I went quiet because I was doing a corner. Whoa, 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 whoa. It's like there, you see, I wasn't quick enough to get the steering wheel back to the right position when the car started to react to my input. I could have saved it if I was quicker at spinning the steering wheel. I guess part of the trick is beginning to anticipate when it will catch and fixing it beforehand. But I guess that's like I would probably have to learn on a per car basis, or guessing it feels like it should be coming back now. Start to counter steer. Bloody hell, I'm so far behind Schalke. And he's getting stonking lap times.
What kind of activity is stonk?
You know, exceptionally good. But then again, I just beat you, so mine's now stonking.
Game stonk.
Yeah. Yeah, impressively good, stonking. Probably a Landan thing. But if I got better lap time than you, that means I just caught you up by a bit. Quick maths.
Why did that? Oh, wow. Okay. On my roof.
Why did that? I glance over and you're on a funny angle on the radar.
Yep. Right. Bye-bye. Back to the bits.
Hey, your question. The question was, why did that? And then it's
Why did that go that
upside
way?
down.
Yeah.
I think that's my clutch gone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mechanical. Oh no, mine just went. Oh no. It's gonna be battle of
I can catch up. I can catch up.
Battle of the knackered clutches. Mine's not gone. I just stay out.
What?
Oh, did you
Speaking of
speed?
the pit lane,
Yes.
I was outside of the pit lane when I accelerated. Damn it.
Oh, yours is very fucked, Schalke. Mine's only a bit fucked. Right, go stick it in fourth then. Keep it out the power band and just limp it home. So that's one of the things I love about this game. There's a little bit and not enough mechanical sympathy. I've said before, I saw a kid in a Peugeot 206 and he genuinely was putting in better laps than me in the Impreza. Which might have been a 106. A little Peugeot. Genuinely putting better laps than I would dare in the Impreza, but he was thrashing it to an inch of its life and said, until the tread came off the tyre. And it would be nice if mechanical sympathy was more of a thing. Tyre temperature, clutch temperature, engine temperatures. You can drive it hard for a lap or two, but you can't drive it hard the whole race. And that's good, because that means you pick your moment. Like here, like I said, because I was a little bit more gentle on my car than Schalke, I got away with it. The same thing with brakes as well. I mean, this is something that Tad has learned the hard way. You can't just brake as hard as you can want into every corner, because it will eventually go, nah. And the tyres will overheat and burst. Yeah, I gotta keep it going.
Oh!
What?
Resetting fixes clutch.
Oh. That's interesting. Harry, what are you doing there?
Rolling over.
Right, so yeah, that would explain why you couldn't turn that off then.
Why is the back end stepping out there? Oh, it's not on the power.
Oh yes! Burn the clutch! Burn it! Oh yes, my clutch temperature's up. I wonder if you can actually set the clutch on fire.
Ah.
Speaking of mechanical sympathy.
Well, I'm sympathetic, but it just decides to catch on the very sticky tyres.
My clutch is full red with 1 pixel of knot. Right, let's see what else we got.
I burn out my clutch. Yeah, it was getting hot.
Ah, let's try the Toruno or Toronto. It is a it's a front-wheel drive pickup truck. And I'm just using the default track setup. So Toronto ~002. And you're stuck with the LX decals, I'm afraid. Oh. I am, hopefully we get better. I'm hoping what will start happening is people on the forums will start to say, does anybody want me to model the inside of it? Because this one's got, what's that? That's not real indicators. It's only got one thing on the dash, and that's the speedo. I feel like this is not enough information. So front-wheel drive now, so the exact opposites. This is, it will understeer when on the power, but will not oversteer. So less drifty, more slidey.
And rather slow, I think.
Much slower, yes, yes. It should have just been you've got enough time to react without stacking it. And I'm pretty sure that's a Honda steering wheel. Like a Honda Civic steering wheel. I just want to put my arm out the window and just cruise. So unlike with the rear-wheel drive car, putting the power on round a corner will just cause you to start sliding towards the outside of the corner. Which is good, because it means if you're going too slowly around the corner, you can actually put the power on, do a better corner, and everything. I feel like we're about to do a delivery. I feel like this is some sort of initial D. I haven't seen any custom tracks yet. Apparently that does now exist as well. But like an initial D style track would be quite fun, like downhill toge.
Yeah.
Why is yours the colour of blancmange? It's very 80s.
I don't know.
Oh, no rev counter sucks. I have to change up by ear.
Oh, bollocks.
Which is fine, because I mean, in a real one of these, you would have to change it up by ear. But I really wish they'd fix the clutch temperature readout, rather than just having a little bar of orange and then it goes red, and by the time it goes red, it's too late. Like, give me a clue I'm beginning to knacker it. Because in reality, it will begin to smell quite quickly. I mean, clutches smell after a couple of ballsed up shifts, but they'll last for, you know, 100 messed up shifts. So you are very clear, hopefully, in your mind that that bad smell is going to cause you a problem. Oh gosh. We go. Too busy looking at my rearview mirror. Definitely an 80s car though, because it's got wind up windows, not electric. I mean, Tad's still at the game. I wonder if he just got called away. Also, because it's front-wheel drive, when it begins to wheel spin, the speed goes up. Because in this one, it's measuring the speed from the front wheels, because that's sensible. I assume on very cheap cars they did that, rather than have the rear sensor. Because my Ninja did it in the most spectacular way. It works out what gear you're in by your RPM and speed, because it knows there's only 6 possible options. So it just took a little while, like a moment after changing gear, to work out which gear you're in, which I thought was because there's no actual sender from the gearbox in any way, shape or form. Oh, Mr. Automatic Gearbox there. Pfft. Is that significant overlap, Shark? Oh, I actually managed to pull away there. Just a little bit sideways there, sir. Oh no! I looked at you and drove off the track.
Kinda stayed on.
It's overheading, Anakin. I have the overlap. Oh, you could have definitely gone faster on that, Shauka. I said, front-wheel drive cars are very forgiving. That's part of the reason they got popular. They're also easy to manufacture, but they will pull you out of a corner or up to, after the apex, and before the apex will pull you away from the apex. But it means that if you hit a corner too slowly, you can stick your foot down and come out of the corner faster. But genuinely, Henry, when you've played a bunch of Live for Speed and you go on track again, you'll be like, this is so much easier than Live for Speed, because all of the feeling and the motion is there, but you've built up the reflexes in a very stunted environment, so you have very limited feedback what's going on, and you're still trying to get good. So when you go into a real environment where you have all of the motion and the vibration and all of that, it becomes an awful lot easier. So I think sim racing is actually very valuable for that. Alright. 2 laps to go. Shaka is plenty. Dora, hello. Okay, I've just been distracted by a cat getting on my lap. She's sniffing my 3D printer. Is that in the rules, Shauka? External influences of some description? No, cat on your lap. Is there a rule for that one? No passing. There's a cat on my lap.
There is no rule about forbidding lap dances.
But you know, if I have a cat on my lap, should it mean that it's effectively a blue flag for you? You can't pass me, or should I pull over to the side of the road to deal with my feline emergency? Oh, that was the wrong gear. That's gonna hurt.
Was silent about that.
Well, maybe it's time for Dora. Are you up there again? Oh wow. There you go, Shaka. There's half a second for you. That's Dora. She's in cahoots. It's very hard to work out what gear to be in with no rev counter.
Yeah.
I just keep changing down until it sounds right. Changing up's easy because you just redline. And yes, I know I can turn on the cheaty UI, but that misses the point that this car is crap. So everyone is stuck with no information. Did I mention about the warning lights on the Tesla, by the way?
No.
No.
So when you turn on a car, all of the warning lights turn on. They have to by law, and then they have to turn off. So ABS
Yep.
and parking and engine overheat and all that. But on the Tesla, because it's an LCD screen, it doesn't make any sense. But to pass the regulations for MOTs, all of the possible warning symbols appear briefly and then disappear, just to pass. Yeah, the law. Even though it makes absolutely zero sense whatsoever, just to prove it can actually show you a, a full headlight beam image.
Do they count as warning lights if they are not hooked up to anything? If they don't mean anything?
The rules state they have to come on when you put the ignition on and turn off. So you could just have it so it just turns off and on again. Like my airbag light doesn't work in the Impreza.
But I would thought that rule is because if there's a malfunction, it would become apparent at that point. But if you just draw the sprite in spite of whether the system is active or not, then that function is lost.
Well, I mean, I assume that's what it does. I mean, remember, the MOT check is there. What it means is, A, you can't have any errors, i.e. the light must go out. B, the bulb must work, i.e. the light must come on. So it makes perfect sense for a physical display with a little incandescent or LED bulb. But it doesn't make any sense at all when you have an LCD screen. It's complete and total nonsense.
Well, this principle of you have to have nominal report from other subsystems, that still makes sense.
No, because that's not what that does. When you put the power on, the ECU just turns all the lights on the dash, and then it will say, hello fog light, are you on? Hello battery, are you low? Hello full beam, are you on? And then we'll keep the lights on if those situations are true. Is the handbrake on? So yeah, so there's no actual chatting with the subsystem to turn the lights off. They'll just go off automatically. But yeah, there's no way that it actually will. I get a bit.
Vary it.
Yeah, it's then just hooked up like normal, but it doesn't do that. It's mostly just to pass the MOT laws. It's just fascinating because they're having to comply with completely outdated rules for a car. That rule probably goes back to the 1940s or something. That was quite a fun little car, by the way. It's nice and forgiving. Not brilliantly fast, but front-wheel drive is always fun. So this is the thing with the mods. I'd like to find if there's I'd like a 400 horsepower souped-up Honda Civic. But there's no way in this mod list I can sort by anything. I can't sort by drive.
Yeah.
I can look at it because it does list it, but I can't even sort by power and then scroll down for the first one that's front-wheel drive.
I think that's my dose of driving for today.
Okay. What time is it? Oh, it's not too late. Let's try the microchell, Henry.
Uh-oh.
Wow, that's really nicely modelled. Dora. What are you doing? What?
Uh-huh.
Why are you
I'm
like this?
moving.
Why are you like this? What are we doing tomorrow? I can't remember. Oh, hopefully DSP tomorrow. Oh wow, that looks exactly like the Smarts cluster on the new Smarts. Oh, it's even floating in front of it, just like it should be. Problem with these is they're quite short.
panoramic roof.
Oh yes. Yeah, that's a perfect little model. I'm amazed that they're allowing them, by the way, because they are going to get into trouble at some point. This isn't a pastiche of a smart car. This is really a smart car model somebody downloaded off another website.
Yeah. Oh, you've disappeared.
Yes, because I'm on the racing line. I don't know what you're doing.
Taking the corner to not cut people off.
So I've driven a very souped-up smart car, and I can tell you for nothing that they take off. When you accelerate, the front wheels barely touch the ground. It's terrifying the amount of little power you can get to them. Like, it's because they're so short. I mean, it's basically, well, partly wheeling on every single change. Because they've got those nasty gearboxes, so you get loads of power, then a half a second of just nothing, and then loads of power again.
Yeah. Ooh, that was a heck of a dive under braking.
Yeah, but it's a nice and light car. It's all good. Oh, this is great. So definite favourites: the Stratos, the smart car, the Ace 100. Now I do know real ones are aerodynamically limited, electronically limited to 88 miles an hour because they get a little bit unstable. And by that I mean they go over a bump and don't come back down again. It's one of the reasons the Smart Roadster exists, is because the news of the first generation Smarts aerodynamics became apparent. And then that's all the name we'll talk about. So then Mercedes, look, we're doing a convertible, low, long one. Look at that. Ooh, stop talking about the 4.2.
Yeah. Did it work, do you think?
Yes, because you didn't know about the aerodynamic issues, did you?
No.
Well, that's what the Roadster went from like concept production about 9 months flat or something. It was really, really quick and was almost unchanged from the concept car. Which is why it's a bit rough around the edges, but because that car had a different set of issues, and they were, what's the word? Class action lawsuits pending against Mercedes, they just dropped the car. So they never did a second revision of it, which is such a shame.
Yeah.
They were to do so do the same thing again, electric, 100-mile range, 15 grand car. I'd probably sort out getting one.
Yeah. Oh, I'm spinning.
How? This is... Oh, at the end of the straight.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes you brake too hard, and to be fair, it's got ABS, but you brake too hard, and then you just have to sort of let off the brakes and just hope you've let off enough speed, because otherwise you're going to end up in the gravel.
Yeah.
Tad, we're driving the Microchell.
Okay.
Which you've probably never seen one in real life, have you? Very common over here.
I had to go help my dad. He's having problems with his city skylines.
Oh, no!
Went to go see what's going on. He has over 600 mods. I was like, oh.
Yeah, we'll get rid of all those.
Might have had something to do with it. Helpfully, Steam does have a unsubscribe from everything button. But he was like, no, I'm not doing that. I was like, yeah, I bet you're not.
But yeah, my mate, he works modifying these with a company called Big Smarts. And they say, I think they've got up to like 170, 180 horsepower in a 600 kilo car, which is about I mean, you can touch the front and the back of the car at the same time with your arms. But inside, they're so roomy. Nice. Well, I mean, you can see it in VR. As long as you don't tilt your head backwards too far.
What's it called?
Microchell. So as long as you don't tilt your head back too far and realize there's no car back there, they're really, really, really nice. Like, genuinely, surprisingly big and roomy. Have you seen one in real life, Tad? I don't know. I don't think they're very common over there.
No, they are not.
Ah.
We've got the Mini, or the
Maxi.
we just call it the Mini because that's all it is to us. It's the only appreciable example of it. The Smart Mini. Yeah, that's what it is.
The what?
And Smart is a Smart. It's part of Mercedes.
Yeah, but they don't do a car called the Mini. That's BMW.
Nice.
I mean, you've got the Smart 4 too, which is what this is.
I actually did see. I did see a Mini like yours at one of the neighborhoods we work in.
Because you have what you call a compact car, and then you have a mini car.
BMW Mini.
Right. I don't have a Mini. I've got a Smart Roadster.
Oh. Then it's that I saw.
Yeah.
Because you put the pictures from your from the side of your house. I was like, I've never seen that car before. And not a week later, we're driving through one of the neighborhoods, and I see one. I'm like, what?
I don't believe you, but only for one reason. They're not legal in your country till next year when they hit 15, I believe.
There is one way around that if you're a diplomat, but...
Oh, I guess...
Or
you'd have to really love your smart card.
You can throw money at stuff to make stuff happen.
Yeah, but you're not.
Money makes things happen in America.
You're not gonna be driving a car like that with money. Like, I know Bill Gates. You can get it imported onto a rare historical import thing, but that's very difficult to do. But yeah, I genuinely love it. It's one of the most wonderful cars I've ever driven. The smart car, really, really lovely. And I just wish there was.
It was one of those. The end of it got my attention because there's no back bumper. It's just the rear tires is pretty much the ass end of the car, and I'm like, wait, that's really interesting looking.
So, did you see one that looks like the car we're driving now?
No.
You think you saw a Smart Roadster in the US? I mean, that is beyond unicorn territory.
This looks like to be...
Looks like my car, my
yeah,
yellow
that's
one.
how I felt when I saw it.
Aerial Atom?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would suggest, I suggest that if you see it again, have a closer look because genuinely that would be the rarest
I'll keep my eye out for it.
And it'd be worth a chat, just saying, how did you get this imported? How do you get it fixed? I mean, I rely on the fact they were a fairly good seller in the UK, so there are a bunch of people who will fix them.
This thing looks more like the Smart. Yeah,
the Smart.
The Smart they do allow in America.
But yeah, what we're driving now is a Smart. It's what's called a Smart 4.2, and that is available in the US. And the US has the only country that has the electric version because Smart brought it out so Mercedes could drop their emissions target in California. It's a compliance car. It does about 70 miles on a full charge. It's awful in all respects, but at the time was the only fully electric convertible on the market.
Convertible?
Yeah. Oh yeah, the roof goes
this
down.
This thing?
Yeah, absolutely.
Top comes off.
Yeah, the top folds back. The Fiat 500 is also a convertible. Well, you see, what you're not understanding is the way it is. So this car is built around a monocoque called the Tridion, which is instead of deforming in an impact,
have you seen how big regular cars are?
So instead of deforming under an impact, it transmits the energy around the passenger. They come off incredibly well in crashes because instead of just being 3 tons of metal that has to absorb it, they take the energy, ricochet it around the car, and then the car basically ejects itself from the crash rather than remaining as part of it. They're really, really safe, fantastic little things, and superb design by Swatch and Mercedes. And if you look to your right hand, you can get a good look at one. Now, have they modeled it correctly? Because it does have drum brakes in the rear. Yeah, on the green, on the grey stuff, Tad. Grey stuff. That's it.
Oh, bollocks.
I'm trying to look sideways for you to pass me.
Now they've got discs on the rear, so it's...
But you stopped?
No, I'm
Oh, there you are.
So bear in mind, I'm not joking, this car is about 7 or 8 feet long. So they do turn very, very easily. So under braking,
Yeah.
I do want to rotate. Wait,
My mom wants one of these cars so bad.
they're great. I honestly, they are brilliant. Because you get people going, oh, but if I ran with an SUV, it's like, do you think your SUV...
Oh yeah, she's...
But do you think your SUV is made out of special metals? It's made of the same stuff as all the other cars, just that you suddenly have 6 times the energy to dissipate in a crash. Yeah, they're really, really safe. Fantastic. Honestly, brilliant, lovely little things.
Yeah.
If they do one day with a 500-mile range electric, absolutely wonderful. Really, really good. As a city car, just perfect. How did you... Oh, of course I had to restart. I forgot.
Oh yeah. Super out the booties.
And mine is just demolished.
Well,
Have a horn?
Well,
does.
I should hope so. It's a normal car. So if I sort by name, I'm pretty sure this one was called the Zombie. I like the Microchell as well. That was good. That was a good fun little thing. Oh, no, I'm going to scroll and find it. Please give me a moment.
Yeah.
Oh.
Smart imports these. Or
Pick...
Smarts makes these for America.
Yeah, Smart makes those for America. Pick Stone Age.
Oh, I was wondering if you were going to do that.
That's...
I saw that, I was like, no way. Hilarious.
Can't color code it, though. Right, but this has no suspension,
Come on,
so
move.
the motion rig is more than a little
No.
bit.
Twitchy.
So it's a 500.
Come on, game.
Oh right.
Load.
Oh, it has a 500 kilowatt motor, but a top speed of about. Oh, that's reversed.
With electric
speed.
motors, you probably could make one of these.
Well, yeah.
That'd be so cool.
Okay, what I'm going to just suggest though is you very quickly.
Oh god.
Which way would the final drive go to make it drive? Is it smaller or larger? Larger.
It's zippy.
Oh, smaller, I think.
Smaller. So I'm just going to quickly click on the button.
Nope.
New setup.
Yeah.
Give it a name. And then I'm going to drag the final drive ratio to the smallest number, which should mean it goes an awful lot faster.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Oh, my DDRs.
Okay.
Oh, right.
Alright, you were saying final drive?
Yeah.
No.
To 0.5. I want to see how fast this goes down the straight. So it doesn't have an awful lot of pickup, oh my, because the suspension doesn't turn. It's just solid. So my rig is shaking up and down. Right, let's see how fast it goes down the straight.
Where's the options?
It's under gears, I
Build
think.
a new profile first.
Yeah.
Final drive.
Final drive. Yeah, but what tab's it under? This is really, really fast.
Ooh, no, that is the tab. Ooh, that's fast!
You set up.
Ooh, that's fast!
Oh my God.
Oh, but it's so stable, though.
No.
Oh, it's so stable.
Have you worked it out, Henry?
I think so.
Cool. That is
That's
brutal.
amazing.
So if you're backgrounding this, please note. So I'm now driving a car with no suspension. So it means it's like rah, 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 rah.
Nope. Who's in with us?
Some random.
Vergus.
He hasn't got a hope in hell though.
No.
Oh shit.
Bye. This is very dangerous.
And then it just gets faster.
Oh shit.
But brake in plenty.
It does not like king.
No, You braked at the wrong time and I just hit you.
I turned. No. No. Oh man.
I mean,
Got him! It righted itself!
I would have avoided the drifting, man. I've got no... I can't, because I'm strapped to the seat, I can't check behind me and I've got no mirrors. But you can hear my voice on the motion rig.
Yeah.
Coming up to the
Feel it in my
brake.
steering wheel, it's just bumping.
So multiply what you feel in your steering wheel by about 1,000. Oh, it does not like going around corners. It gets even more.
No, it does not at all. This is a straightway machine.
I feel like I should take this into the garage. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh, it does self-right.
Yeah, it does. That's amazing.
I think making the suspension a bit softer might also help. Can I actually do that? Suspension.
Ruin it.
Interesting. It's very ride height reduction. Right. Well, let me put the ride height reduction to the minimum, but I can only increase the stiffness, not decrease it.
There's a rally version of this.
Oh, what, sorry?
Rally.
There's a rally version.
No, I think that's... so I've just changed the... Yeah, so this is actually at the minimum, but I've reduced the ride height reduction. That's a little better. So I've now got 0.048 millimeters of ride height, not 0.04.
How did you write yourself?
Just wait. It just popped back onto its roof.
Mine's not doing that. I've broken it.
Yeah, mine didn't either. It's fine though.
So you can spot all of the people who don't have VR. You can also spot all the people who are doing this without motion platforms. I don't, Henry. I'll touch you.
Just pitted.
Oh. La 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 for the town of Bedrock. This is ridiculous. I'm so glad I got the 6th door for abuse like this.
I love how we all get
Being the
South
pit lane, goddammit.
trying to get out of the pit. Because this thing's so fast now. God, it does not like doing turns.
No, you have to be very careful. I said, I'm afraid this is all I can do with the suspension. It's been designed to not really allow you. The suspension's very, 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 very soft, but only has like a 1/10 of a millimeter movement.
My wheel hates this.
Well, this is the thing. So I've got the same wheel as you. I can barely feel it through the wheel. Like, I can genuinely, the wheel is doing
This is fast.
nothing.
Where's the speed? Oh shit. Oh crap.
My wheel is doing nothing of note compared to everything else. Whoa, see,
Wait, I didn't know you had a 923 as well.
I've
I thought
got...
you had a different one.
No, the 920. But yeah, my point is... Yeah, 920, not 93. But the point is that...
Yeah, I've got the PlayStation one.
Oh, right, yeah. But the point is, compared to everything else, the wheel, what the wheel is doing is an irrelevant nothing. It's... The motion ring, I don't know, I'm going to hazard a guess, is 50 to 100 times more moving and shaking than the steering wheel. Just try and give you an idea of how much I am being thrown around. Like,
my car skips and does a little dance.
Yeah. That's a bumpy road as well.
I might have to stop because I'm either gonna hurt myself or break.
You're gonna hurt
rig.
yourself.
Oh my word! Oh,
If we had softer cornering in this,
Well, yeah,
big sweeping corners, this would be fine.
But there's nothing else I can do to improve that.
Ah!
Unfortunately. Oh my word! I'm. Again, tumble dried is the best description.
Absolutely
I can
amazing. What a silly fun car.
I'm burping from being shaken around.
That's not good.
But why can I not sort by power? Did we try the tractor, by the way? Class touring car.
Oh, God. Oh, I'm just letting go of the wheel and letting it do what it wants.
I'm just trying out the tractor, by the way, to see if it's awful or hilarious. I'm sure it'll be one of the two. Oh! Oh, that's quite an engine.
Which one was it?
MG5?
Or are you just playing with stuff?
Yeah.
What a weird set of gear ratios. Yeah, this looks like...
Car,
yeah.
H-pattern gearbox.
Yeah. Does it say H-pattern gearbox? Because it's got...
Yeah, with a 355 kilowatt engine.
Yeah, but it's got at least 6...
Rear-wheel drive.
But it's got at least 6 gears, so I don't know why they've written H-ship pattern. Yeah, try it. This is actually not bad.
Which one?
MG5.
That's a large tractor.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah.
Oh, listen to the noise!
I know.
Uh-oh.
Come on,
Oh,
let's
crap.
go. It doesn't steer very well, so take corners quite slowly.
No, it doesn't. It has a horn. Alright.
Oh, I should have chosen slicks.
You can't hear it. This is sound.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Bear in mind the gear ratios are extremely short. It's like a motorbike. I love that you both chose
How
a
did
green
you do
tractor.
that?
It's got a huge amount of torque.
What? But how did he take the corner too quickly?
Oh. It's got lots of gears as well, I think.
It has 6, but they're very close together. Alright, shortcut. It's probably
Yeah,
just,
it's a tractor.
it's probably good off-road. Whoa, 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 whoa.
It's designed for freaking torque. Of course it's got a lot of low gears.
Yeah, but they're very close together. Like, 4th, 5th. So you go like 1st to 4th very quickly. Do you have the tyre indicator turned on, by the way?
Yeah, they're huge.
It's hilarious. No wing... Oh, left hand.
I love how you said that. I lost packets from you, and you literally just vanished off the face of the earth after you said that. You're like, oh, there's Dad. Come on.
I like the way both of you forgot you're driving a tractor around a corner and didn't brake anywhere near in time.
Oh, I broke in time. I just then broke too hard and
But it
just
doesn't count.
went straight on.
Gravel. That's all that matters.
Is that the past tense of brake? Surely it's braked.
Oh,
Well,
there's drifting.
I mean, you did broke your tractor, I guess.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
And you
yeah.
cannot steer it while braking.
Yeah,
at all.
I just noticed that.
Period.
Yeah, well, you can.
Which are the bigger wheels? Front or the rear? So which ones are sort of probably going to be better at transferring stuff? The accelerating or braking?
You'll get more power through a larger wheel and more torque through a smaller wheel.
This thing does not stop fishtailing.
I
There.
mean, I'm talking about width really, but
Oh, I didn't. Well, I mean, don't forget the contact patch on the rear is very small on tarmac because it's really designed for mud.
yeah, true.
Yes.
Oh, this is so much more pleasant than the Flintstones mobile.
But that was so fun.
I hope on the stream just 1% of what a torture that was comes through. In for a second, third,
what?
fourth, fifth. I really wish they would write a paint shader for this though. Like,
Yeah.
just they have done some changes in this patch, but please write a standard clear coat shader for heaven's sake. It's like, you can just download them. You don't have to write it. You just literally download a clear coat shader and stick it in your game. But I like the fact they're using the real-time distortion on these. 'Cause obviously, you get to set it when setting up the car.
Oh, that's why. Because when you brake, it locks the front wheels.
Yeah.
Brake more gently then.
So, of course, it doesn't steer.
Still doesn't
No,
steer
like,
when you
if you watch the front wheels, when you hit the
yeah.
brakes, they stop moving completely.
Brake gently.
Yeah, but it still doesn't steer very much when you haven't locked the wheels up.
I was waiting for DJ to say it's a tractor.
Well, I was going to say, do you know why it doesn't steer very well, even when you haven't got the rear wheels up? Because it's a tractor. Well done, Henry, unlocking 41 seconds
Designed
off your
for
best
pulling
lap.
stuff, and if
Wait.
you go to
And you got the best
many
lap.
Ow.
wow,
Probably the first lap was really bad, and this one.
Yeah, but you had the fastest lap of the race by about 6 seconds.
Did I?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mine's,
all an ass. No, he's catching up to me. That's what it is.
mine's 1:54.
He's trying to steal my lunch money. DJ, help!
No.
I got some damage
Oh.
somewhere. The trunk was my
Alright, I-
Triton is not.
I got away from him.
Yeah, my top speed's not there. I've warmed up the front wheels. I haven't touched the rear wheels.
Yes. And I don't think that's enough. Like, having driven cars on racetracks before, having your tyres in the right temperature range is really important. But in this game's like, nah, whatever. Like, you can't notice it.
It just keeps adding temperatures until they pop. And it's like, yep, I guess you're done,
Oh.
guy. And I was like, what?
Shit.
Ah,
Sorry, Ted.
sir,
Oh,
sir.
Nope. Oh shit.
Ah. Fastest lap of the race.
That was-
Excellent.
There's easier ways to overtake somebody.
Oh, bots.
Oh, well, not if you're doing that.
Given it's a tractor, I suspect you could probably ignore that final chicane and just cut straight across.
Probably. There's probably quite a few corners you could just skip. Got that Pepsi Max.
No, Coke Zero Vanilla.
Hmm.
I also have Pepsi Max Lime. So
Oh.
they're basically all wading into the diet arena with more and more flavours, which is good. I might also have caffeine-free Coke Zero, which is, and caffeine-free Pepsi Max, which is
Ah.
amazing. And you genuinely can't tell. Genuinely cannot tell.
No. Pepsi's always been really good about their caffeine free.
We've only just got it. It's new. Like, before now, we vaguely had
Oh.
caffeine-free diet, but now there's a whole bunch of caffeine-free products in the market. And once they do the whole range in caffeine-free, I
Why-
should probably just skip caffeine altogether.
But then you can't call yourself a coder.
Oh, I absolutely can. Oh, drifting.
I thought they all existed off
to replace
of
it.
gratuitous amounts of caffeine. And yes, you can skip these corners all you want.
Well, let's see how your...
Because it's a tractor.
let's just see how your lap times do, if that's true, Ted. 144.
Oh, there goes the skid again, and there goes the wall tyre barrier. Fake it.
Does it do a skid?
Yeah.
I'll pick something very small next time. Maybe one of the modified UF ones. The turbo UF one I seem to recall was rather good.
I think the force feedback on the steering wheel can't turn quick enough for the steering.
Yeah, I am umming and ahhing. There's a new Fanatec out specifically designed for Gran Turismo, but essentially it's the beginning of their new budget range of wheels. So it's about 800 quid wheel, more or less equivalent to a 3.5 grain range of wheels. So I'm kind of looking at it going, it's also quite modular, so you can actually buy it and then buy a force feedback upgrade kit for it. I'll see how my
interface
goes.
with your DOF.
Oh, it's just a steering wheel. I mean, I've just got my G29 plugged into it, so yeah, absolutely. You weren't here, Tad. I mentioned to Mr. Chicken. The software that runs my motion platform have just released a dongle, and it is a ODB2 compatible dongle, so it outputs through the dongle the speed and oil temperature and all of that. So that means you can now use standard car gauges, like, you know, aftermarket ones and everything, to build a race cluster. And I was like, oh wow, that's brilliant.
I did see a picture of someone's on Reddit. It was literally the entire front end of the car, the entire dashboard of the car that he has strapped to his computer with two massive curved ultra-wides. I'm like, wow.
Well, when now SRS does this, he can actually make those gauges work, because I bet you they don't work right now, because there's not been a solution to that. There just hasn't.
Oh. There you go. He's already preset, ready to go. Yeah. That's cool. That didn't help my times much. Not at all, but I wasn't hammering down the accelerator the whole time because this thing scares me.
No, I tried to kill Henry and missed.
No!
I haven't come back down.
Good on you, Henry.
Yeah, that's a lot more fun than I thought it should have been.
Oh,
this thing sounds like it's a freaking 90s game.
I think this is a Lamborghini tractor.
It might be.
Oh, they tend to have There's a car here with a what's it called? It's a funny car. It's an actual funny car.
Uh-oh.
Is it called as such?
It's called the FZ50TT.
FZ.
Ah, my front left wheel is totally mangled.
No! Well, there's the FC Track Day, FC50 V8 safety car, and the FCR DTM. There's quite a few options. Oh, funny, because it's got the back
what's
support.
It
Yeah.
Oh my dear giddy arms. Okay, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get it.
It's drag. Oh, no.
I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get it to the straight, but it should be quite fun if I do.
It's a drag car.
It drives alright, you just have to be very careful on the go pedal. Which is not something I know you do very well, Sad.
It's a football in this option.
Yes, there is a football. That's for people playing soccer.
Come on.
150, 170, 190, 200 in
Which
the
is
air,
the funny car?
210, 230. Oh, 250.
It's a car you take on a drag track.
What's it called? The funny car?
FZ something.
No. FZ50.
It'll say in the top.
Right.
FZ50.
The TT-A.
Yes. What you do is don't put. Don't put your foot down. Actually, hold on. If you will come out a second, we'll just restart. We'll start the race. Just don't put your foot down until the straight. Gently.
Why is the gearbox backwards? Oh, because my steering wheel is upside down. That'll do it.
Yeah. So just start the race and then do not punch it from the lights. Just gently pull away. Tad, hit start.
Yeah.
Hit start, not drive around. You all do this. You all start driving around. The first thing you should do is hit restart when you come out of the pits. Like you forget that we're about to do a race. So, do not boot it from the lights. I mean, you two are going to, but I'm just gonna watch.
The car's designed for it. It's literally built for it.
So nice and gently. Oh,
I'm still in first gear.
It doesn't handle too badly as long as you don't have any.
Wow, this steering once.
So just drive it like a normal car until the straight. Well, I'm just gonna watch you two. Here comes Mr. Chicken for his run.
Wow, this thing's steering is suggestive.
Oh, we're gonna wait for Tad to do a drag. Yeah, let's wait for Tad. So Tad, come very slowly, very slowly, very slowly. Oh, how could I? See,
the car spins.
I've got a clutch. I can actually properly dump it.
Oh dear.
Okay. Are we ready then? First one dies is the loser. You gonna count us in, Tad, because you're the laggy one.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Oh shit.
Don't worry about me. I'm having fun.
I did better. I did better than
There's a wall
first.
there.
No, that was me. Oh, my rear tires are at some insane temperature after that launch.
Yep, this is a drag car. Ah!
I did better the first time. I'm not sure what I'm doing differently.
You got people in the way. Oh, there goes both my back tires.
Yeah, but like it's now sailing all over the road.
My rear right's gone. There you go, DJ. Bye bye.
Wow, that was exciting.
I wonder if it's because I actually overheated the tires. I wonder if it is that simple.
They do spray these tires down with water before they do that.
In reality, they
for
do.
a reason.
But I have a funny feeling it was. I'm just gonna check if I go to the pits. Downforce, just checking. All right, there is a rear wing, but no front wing. So that's not very helpful, is it? Ah, yes. So I've just restarted. Front tires are at 95, so they're warmer. My rear tires are at 50, not 150. So that means centigrade or Fahrenheit, they're pre-warming the tires in this game.
Yeah.
Nice of them.
Well, yeah, but only to a cool temperature.
Oh shit. Oh fuck's sake.
Nice.
Ah.
Nice, gentle. The
He
thing
says
is,
in the grass.
I think I'm doing 70. It doesn't feel like it, but you really are going very quickly.
Yes.
Well, plan B, just
Like
see how...
even going 30, you're like, oh dear.
Plan B, just see how far...
Yeah,
you
just
can
get up
within
there and
straight.
then go.
Oh, I couldn't get above 140. I just can't get it pointing in a straight line. Braking too much.
250. Yeah, 250
Oh.
is about as high as it goes. There goes one tire.
About 15 spins from Tad.
Hey, there you are. Hey.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
wow.
Oh.
Yeah, I got up to 250.
Right, so after that,
How'd you get, Mr. Chicken?
my rear temperatures, my tire temperatures got up above 300 for you spinning me.
Yep, one of mine's at 200.
Mine's 100. 100.
It is the popped one.
Time is up.
Ow.
Oh, I was gonna let me you do that. Let me go look for a
Rear tires have gone.
Yeah. This is a one and done car.
Well, there are drag races as well. So I'm going to do the UF 1100T.
Loading mod.
Which is the
that was real fast.
Which is the very quick. Oh yes, 'cause you should already have it. This is the very, very quick Mini. It's the turbocharged Mini, which actually's got the turbo pressure on the A pillar.
Yep. I do find it annoying. The steering wheel has the red line at the top, but my Logitech has a blue line at the top.
Dad, are you ready?
No.
I think I might get a softer seat. Might help as well. Oops.
Thought you had a nice 5-point seat.
That's a harness, not a seat. Seat's quite soft, but not soft enough, I think. Remember, I can't move. I can't wriggle around in my seat at all because I'm strapped to the seat.
You will get chucked out.
Well, no, because I mean, this is why I get so warm in the chair, because I can't sit forwards. Why am I following Mr. Chicken? He's doing
So the
terribly.
padding in the back isn't breathable?
Well, even if it was, not really, no. I mean, it's leather or faux leather.
Don't they make nice mesh ones? Yeah.
Yeah,
mesh.
but this was a chair I just had lying around. This wasn't specially bought for the rig or anything. Or I would have got, you want something like...
So that's what you're looking to upgrade?
Like no, it's just that's why I'm warm. Something like an aero chair would be great because it's very, very, very light and very breathable. This feels like a proper car, by the way, than a ridiculous broken mod.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Come on, Mr. Chicken. This car weighs about as much as you do. It should be easy.
So you're saying the driver doubles the weight of the car?
I mean, in your case, probably, yes. America.
Same weight you are.
No, in my head, you're probably about 25, 26 stone. What's that in 320 pounds? In my head.
Oh, God, no. I've never been above 200 pounds.
I don't know what that is in real money. I only know my weight in kilos.
Oh, I have
Right,
no idea.
85, 2.2 pounds in a kilo, divided by 2.2.
What, 200 divided by 2.2? Like 95. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
How tall are you?
Gotta say, Army with 6 foot, 6 even.
6 okay.
Don't ask me what that is in centimeters.
No, no. Oh no, you don't understand. No, you don't understand. I'm British. I work in stone, pounds, feet, and kilos and liters and millimeters.
Miles?
And miles, yeah. Like I don't.
Yeah.
Height in centimeters.
Miles is important.
Yeah, height in centimeters means nothing to me. Height has to be in feet and inches. Weight.
No, it doesn't.
Weight should be in stone. ideally, and if not stone, kilos, but never
I've never
pound.
heard of a stone before until you started talking about it.
Well, I don't know why you guys don't use stone, because if you've got like
It's an
1,400
imperial.
cents, you don't say I've got 1,400
Yeah.
cents, do you? You go $14. Same thing. You don't go, I weigh 140 pounds. You go, I weigh 10 stone.
Yeah,
Well,
but
they
we just
do.
go pound until we hit ton. And then there's like 3 different versions of the ton that we've got to tell people which one we're talking about.
Yeah, so weight for me, I find in stone is fine, or kilos,
bollocks.
but not pounds. But height must always be in feet and inches, whereas sockets must be in, bolts must be in millimeters. Hashtag England.
Ugh. But,
It's like
so you're never going to work on the Apache.
Well, it's like in the UK, you can't buy a pint of beer, but you can buy whatever it is, 1,234
568
milliliters of beer. Yeah, 568, yeah, is that, but you, yeah,
Just a pint.
yes.
So fluid ounces isn't a thing over there?
No, because that's
Nope.
just the stupidest invention ever.
The thing is, our pint is 20 ounces.
Oh, okay.
You have to really confuse everything. So
But
our
that's-
miles per gallon is different to English
Oh,
miles
yeah.
per gallon is different to American miles per gallon. And that's why
Yes.
Yeah, I do
we gal-
remember that one. It's like,
gallon.
wait, what?
So gallons are both sort of 4 pints. No,
So
is it
it's-
4 pints? How many?
I
How many pints in a
think
gallon?
so.
8 isn't
That sounds
it?
right.
Mm.
No, that's quarts.
Oh, so, wait, what?
Ah, could be quarts.
Sorry, what? There are 8 quarts in a gallon.
No.
What are there 8 quarts in?
Or
I mean, Tad, the correct answer is there are 8 quarts in 2 of something.
4 quarts.
There are 8 quarts in 2 of something.
2 gallons.
Yes, I know. Yes, a quart is a quarter of a gallon. I get that, but I said pints, not quarts.
16
Oh.
quarts. 16 pints in a gallon. Ben.
That sounds good. Or I was going to say cups, but that's a completely different measurement too.
Yeah, we don't do those. Well, we do, but only because we have American recipes.
Mm.
Yeah,
A
with that you get to after a thesis of somebody's,
Yeah.
right?
Well, it was only fairly recently I discovered that
Alright.
a stick of butter and a bar of butter are not the same thing. So in America, a stick of butter is like a small, thin slice of butter about the length of a stick of what we call a bar of butter. Yeah. So I've seen recipes that said calls are 2 sticks of butter, thinking they meant 2 bars of butter. Going, oh my word.
Oh dear.
But yeah, I have seen American recipes. You sous vide the steak.
That's some southern cooking right there.
You sous vide the steak in butter and then fry it in the same butter. And people are like, it tastes so
Oh.
good. I'm like, I'm sure it does taste good, assuming you
Oh.
don't have a heart attack before the end of the meal. I am loving this car, by the way.
That's the challenge. That's the American challenge. Like, don't have a heart attack before you finish eating. And the people that don't make it, we laugh at, and then take them to the hospital.
Yeah, I'm afraid
You weren't strong enough.
your internet has stopped, Tad, I'm afraid.
Oh yeah, your car's not moving.
Oh,
Your internet's just gone as well.
but I'm getting packets from you all.
I know.
Oh, it's probably because of all the mods my dad's downloading right now. City Skylines.
Yeah, this car's absolutely fabulous though. Really light, really easy to drive, plenty of power, good brakes.
Yeah, it's a nice, generic, get stuff done racing car.
Yeah.
I like it.
Oh, it's a Mini. It's a souped up Mini. A Mini is not a class of car. A Mini is a brand of car. Not brand.
That's why.
Well, it is, but yeah. What do you call? What
Yeah,
is?
it's a company name.
But yeah, but what's like
Manufacturer?
an Escort or a Mondeo? What's that word? Because Subaru do Subaru Legacy, Subaru Brat, Subaru Impreza. What is Legacy, Brat, and Impreza? That's the model, isn't it? Model. Yeah. So Mini is a
Yeah.
brand,
Yeah.
and then you've got Cooper, SE, Countryman, etc. as the model.
I worked with had the Countryman. She loved that thing.
I'm just going to.
And the one or two times I got to drive around in it, it was a lot of fun.
They are. I mean, a friend of mine has an actual Mini, like an original one, and they are great fun. But oh, they are back breaking. And I'll try and find that one we did last time.
I can't get over the odometer, the speedometer in the middle of the dashboard.
It's
like there's a radio that's supposed to go there.
Yeah. Just looking. Please hold. Oh, excuse me. Can't I find it? I wonder if it's been removed. Can you just help me in the list, by the way? It's a VW combi van. VW camper van.
Oh. I'll look through the models that have loaded for me.
Otherwise, maybe we should try the
It's not the UF diesel truck, is it?
No, it looks like a VW camper van. Otherwise, we should try the Cybertruck, maybe. I don't think it's there. Oh, that's sad. Maybe it's been removed.
They got the Camino. They got the G-Wagon.
Huh? What are you doing?
Oh.
What? Burp. I've missed you too. Oh, well, we'll do the Goliath 4x4, I guess, which is the Tesla Cybertruck.
They've got the Volvo 8070. Nice.
Say Goliath 4x4. And it does warn me I've got the wrong tyres, but at least it will be equal. This is one of those ones with tinted front windows, which is the dumbest idea ever.
Oh, you got passengers.
Yes.
It looks good from the outside.
Oh, you got three in the back. Wow.
3 in the back, and the little one said.
Why is the battery flashing?
I think
not moving.
Oh. That's not exactly how the world.
Rally cross tires on road track.
So the thing is, I've noticed this in Forza. The 0 to 60 impressor in Forza is nowhere near what it is in reality. And same thing with this. The Tesla Cybertruck is supposed to do 0 to 60 in whatever it's 3 seconds. But it doesn't.
It's not this speed.
No.
It gets up and goes pretty quick.
No, it doesn't. Let me put my foot down from 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's about 5.5 seconds to 60. I was just revving it. That doesn't work, does it?
My battery light keeps blinking.
Yes, because it's you're not using it. You're in neutral.
There, 60.
Yeah, they've just shown off the non-prototype version of the Cybertruck for the first time. It's a bit.
The brakes are crap.
It's a bit more sensible. It's 3 tons.
Yeah, the brakes are crap.
Really?
It's 3 tons, and you're on off-road tires. Oh!
I think that's what's our major failure right now.
Nearly fell over.
I can't see anything.
No.
There's no reverse. Oh, I guess there's kind of a rearview mirror, but not really.
Caps at 132.
Oh, brake very early. Very early.
Oh, I didn't brake early enough.
Can Henry... Yeah, see, Henry broke early enough.
Well, he's got two people telling him that it's not going to be good enough.
Oh, they got that rollover.
Really? Because that's one of the things that...
Did I land up on the wall?
No.
So that's one of the things about
Not on my
electric
screen.
cars. It's almost impossible to make them roll over. They just won't. They just go sideways instead.
Well, mine's on its side.
But that just means it's not been modelled properly. So, speeding up in the shadow. Come on, car.
I'm...
I was hoping to get more speed off road.
Oh,
Yeah, too
okay.
fast. Too fast. It's the same thing. Like I was going too fast, and I hadn't even rejoined the road properly yet. How are we going to get on the tarmac safely? I like that. Not very safely.
Well, people behind can see we're there and they're gonna come on, so they're gonna get away. I cannot see you behind me. Shit.
I started braking quite a long way before you. Yes, look at that. Perfect.
Ow.
I mean, I didn't kiss the apex, but I could at least see it.
Oh,
What's
better
the
tires
single
is
apex?
such an improvement.
Yes, but that's cheating.
Oh, that felt weird.
Shall we, is there a road setup? Alright, you just want, yeah.
No. You've got to make a new one for tires.
What tires did you pick?
And then there's the one over from Nobby. Slick, whatever.
Okay, I'll do the same thing. So, exactly the same, only slick R4s, which will make a huge difference.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
I'm changing all of my passengers to women. So I'm in my pimp-mobile with 4 women. Look at me go. My pink Tesla Cybertruck.
Isn't that the entire advertising? Same corner.
Silath, we are playing Live for Speed. We're playing
landed on my feet.
heavily modded Live for Speed. We are currently driving a modded Tesla Cybertruck. I am on a Oculus Quest 2 VR headset and a DOF Reality H6 motion platform. I'm also waiting for Henry to... And we've just gone from off-road tyres to on-road tyres, which should make quite a big difference to how it brakes and drives. Does that answer your question?
Thank you.
Remember, we do a variety of games on the channel, which is perhaps our strength, perhaps our curse. Why am I redline? I'm like Sigurd trying to rev it.
Yeah.
Still heavy though, better tyres or not.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the tyre deflection on your car is terrifying. Because it renders that. So your tyre's all shoved sideways. I slowed right down so I didn't hit Henry. And that appeared to be the best solution for the corner, which is going around it really slow. Okay, now we're gone.
Oh, the back end stepped out.
No. So this is the truck he's trying to sell people.
Yes, but I suspect it doesn't drive like this. Have you not seen the
Or at least
review
a
of
version of
the
this.
electric Hummer and the Rivian? Like Doug DeMura's done them all, and he's just like, these are...
No, I haven't seen that yet.
The Hummer is amazing, and I want one. It is just unbelievable. So it's got 4-wheel steering, so it can crab and all
And you're
sorts of stuff.
complaining about how big your Model 3 is now.
I said I want
Oh,
one,
fuck.
not I was going to get one.
Yeah, this is unstable at high speed.
I think that
Can't
might be
imagine why.
that might be more of a you issue.
Well, it just started turning, and I wasn't turning. and then spun on the straight whilst going straight. No, it could just be
You
my
want
car's
steering
already
wheel?
broken, maybe. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sad that the minibus is gone. That was really cool.
Or it might actually be a me thing. Or a my car thing.
What? Whoa!
Oh, that's gripping.
Okay, careful. It's quite tendency to roll too fast around the corner. I saved it, but I also hit the wall.
That's how you save it. That's how you do these corners.
Well,
just
no.
smack off the wall as hard
No,
as
no,
you
no.
can.
I was on 2 wheels, and to bring it back off of 2 wheels, I had to steer
Yup.
out of the corner. Yeah, full
Exciting.
full speed, Henry. Like, I can take my hands off the steering wheel, and it mostly drives in a straight line.
Yeah, I think my car's busted.
You broke your.
Ah,
I'm gonna pit in and try and repair it.
I let go, and my steering wheel immediately started just shaking.
Yeah, I spun trying to get in the pit lane.
That's impressive.
Lift off
I do
over
like how
instead.
they took the fuel gauge and put a battery on it instead.
Yes, apparently regen is coming. So then we can do races where you cannot floor it flat out. You'll have to choose a certain amount of fuel and then rely on regen. And that's actually going to be very interesting.
Mm.
It does fly. So again, because of the height, the motion platform doesn't really throw me around. It just kind of wallows. So the entire thing wallows around the corner.
Oh,
So you're going
out.
down the pit lane backwards.
Yeah.
Just see Mr. Chicken in there backwards.
You think they at least put a Tesla logo? Actually, I'd probably get into trouble putting Tesla logos on it.
Yeah.
Apparently, Tesla go after
Yeah.
people selling their logos on eBay and Amazon quite a lot.
What?
It's their logo. It's not other people's to sell.
Do they sell the logo?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense then.
I'm getting a huge amount of lift off.
So people are
oversteer.
providing a service.
Yeah, Henry, when you lost control at the beginning, the tire deflection was just insane. I mean, I could see it from 20 feet back. So I wonder what he shows. The Bayern
I've spun again.
540. I don't know what it is. Is that a
Like
motorbike?
super top heavy. But that makes sense.
Right, he's driving a random car.
The non-prototype version, is it still stainless steel body?
I don't know. It looks much the same, but it's a bit less angular because, you know, it would cut people in half. And it has so apparently, and I've only heard this like secondhand. Apparently, the your ruling body of safety decided that cameras aren't reliable enough, so you can't have cameras instead of wing mirrors. And I'm like, but the Honda E has cameras instead of wing mirrors, and that's on sale. So, what?
We got lorries that have that as well.
Yeah, but I'm like, yeah. I mean,
That's
it's
because Tesla hasn't greased them hard enough yet.
well.
Sad.
People have pointed that out because apparently Car and Driver give Tesla a hell of a hard time, and people pointed out it's because Tesla don't take out any advertising dollars with them, so they're not nice to them. So hence they did an article on the recall of the rear view camera. Someone goes, "Oh, are you going to mention all the other ones?" and listed all of this month's recalls. There's about a dozen from loads of manufacturers, and as I said, the bugger, what was it? The Mitsubishi Outlander FEV has a recall where the second row of seatbelts were not done up properly, so in an accident they will not secure the occupants. No news about that. I'm not getting told that by my mum, but there's news all over about Teslas in America get recalled because of the rear view cameras. Like, seriously.
Yeah, money talks.
Well, yeah.
Or lack of money talks as well.
But yeah, the thing is, you still see people on Facebook going, oh, what about the Tesla recall? And to be fair, the response is usually brilliant, going, you don't know anything about cars, do you? Or recalls. Like, recalls are common. And the only reason it's happened in America is in America, the rear view camera is considered a safety feature. Whereas in the UK, we're not recalling it. They just said,
Why do they...
if it breaks, we'll fix it.
Oh, nice.
So what are they, what, sorry?
Oh, I forgot.
Oh, that was fun again. On the straight. Going
Wow.
straight. On a new car.
Yeah, this isn't too bad. It's quite a lot of throw it into the corner, get it to get a bit sideways.
Yeah, it's just got a lot of weight. That sits up pretty high.
Make sure you update Wreckfest in time for Sunday, by the way, Tad.
Mm-mm. We've already tried that. My internet is not compatible with that game.
No, it wasn't. It's sometimes when your ping got above 100, it went no, but most of the time it was all right.
Yeah, fine. I'll download it, see what happens.
I want to do one more. What do we want? What do we want? What do we want for the last one?
The E.
The E.
I take the electric Indy car, or
Oh, the
Formula XRE. That was a lot of fun.
That was one of the very first ones, wasn't it? And I think that's a approved.
That's one of the last ones.
Well, no, it's one of the first ones. It was approved in November.
Oh.
Yeah, Formula XRE then by Scowen, who is actually one of the developers. Sure. I'm just going to make sure that I've got my. Oh no, cool.
It's checking.
Final drive steering. Where is it? Colors, brakes, suspension, steering, final drive, tires.
High DF, low DF.
Where do you set the charge? Yeah, full load at start. There we go. I ran out of petrol. Ran out of battery. But yeah, we'll do one race in the Formula XRE, and then I shall mosey off to bed. And hopefully, Dyson Space Program tomorrow, if I can get to work. Otherwise, we should have a discussion about whether or not we just want to try and start again, but this time start on our own planets. So then we aren't. Maybe we've just hit a limit with how much we can shove on one planet.
Oh, speed to the pit lane. Foxtrot.
Well, it's okay because you're supposed to hit start. Oh wow, and you just killed yourself.
These is facts.
Oh good, battery 99.9%. I am speed.
Most likely. Oh. Was that what Ismail was saying true about Dyson Sphere mod being a specific kind of internet protocol that requires every packet to be timestamped?
Yeah. I mean... Yeah. It's because they're using TCP, so it does mean it will...
That would explain why it didn't work for me.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's the most naive and simplest approach, is simply to lock sync every packet. Unfortunately, that doesn't work under lossy situations. Oh wow, this thing breaks amazing. I should have braked much later. Don't hit the blue and white, sir, because you're on slicks.
Yeah, this one's done right.
Yeah, well, this is by the developers as well. This car. Oh, wow. Oh my! It's very quick.
Why didn't they just add it in?
They did
Because
add it in.
Because they don't have the regen in yet.
Well,
I mean, like proper.
it was no, because they want to have
Oh,
some stuff to show off to the mod guys.
Ah,
So mods are only available to S3.
how to do it.
But
All right.
I really think it's worth it now with all the mods.
Yeah.
There's so many cars.
Yes.
Some better than
Oh
others.
God, yes.
But I'm hoping they do put
Some sillier than others.
Yeah, I'm hoping they put a lot more improvement into that search, or into the UI, because it's just not being able to sort by drivetrain or power or favorite things. Just seems like basic day one stuff.
Ah, this car is so nice. Is this kind of how the acceleration for your Tesla is?
Closer, I think.
I can check, but I need to stop the check. I mean, no, I can say that
Well,
it's.
you're
I can say
miles ahead of all of us.
I can say it's not as fast as Tesla because I'm not giggling when I accelerate. Going, this shouldn't be legal.
So, despite spending more money than you wanted to for it, you don't regret it?
Oh no, it is genuinely the nicest and quickest car I have ever driven in my life. It is absolutely wonderful. I honestly,
Nice.
I cannot. Firstly, I can't recommend it enough. Secondly, I am coming from a position of having test driven every other single EV on the market. It's not like people who go, Apple, Android's better, or Android, Apple's better. I have extensively used both. I prefer Apple. So my opinion comes from a position of I've tried them both. Anyone who you know, you shouldn't offer an opinion until you've got one. Okay, 0, 1,
Fair
2,
enough.
3. Okay, so the time it takes my Tesla to get to 60, this gets to 45.
Yeah.
Ooh. And this is like the top of the line. Oh dear. Maybe the engine can't handle that sort of acceleration.
It's probably quite difficult to get a stable tire model. And so the funniest thing about the Tesla really is that it is this Mondeo-sized, boring-ish looking saloon car. It's just a big five-seater, four-door family car that is faster 0 to 60 than an Enzo Ferrari. Like, it's ridiculous. And it's not faster 0 to 150 than an Enzo Ferrari, but you don't ever do that on the road.
What is supposed to be, like, honestly.
I said if I was going to do a 70 to 150 mile an hour drag race with the Impreza and my Tesla, I think the Impreza would win. But
Nice.
down low, 0 to 60, there's nothing even.
Oh, fact.
And there are a couple,
Sorry.
like, you know, the high-end Porsche RS Turbo, the Taycan, maybe.
The amount of money you gotta throw to get that sort of thing
Yeah.
isn't worth it.
It's also no longer a comfortable.
When you can just get a Tesla.
It's also no longer a comfortable family saloon car. So there is also that you are sacrificing a lot to get those sort of 0 to 60s. Whereas the Plaid, which is obviously outside of my price range, that's 0 to 60 at 1.99, and again, it's a big, heavy, boring saloon car with a 0 to 60 of under 2 seconds. It's just crazy, and it's weird. EVs have suddenly just gone, ta-da, we're better. Look. And being in the
That's just Elon going, yeah, I'll make it all better. Screw you guys.
well, being in the UK
I will
and
make
a
myself
Tesla owner
untouchable to you.
means that the only major complaint, which is the charging infrastructure, goes away. The charging infrastructure is amazing for Teslas. It's pretty good in the UK for everything else. We have the issue that, like, the first generation of EV chargers are A, slow, and B, beginning to break. So yeah, it's not a great situation.
Oh no.
But BP reckon it's almost
Like
break-even
the cables
point.
are breaking?
No, just the contactors wear out and the nozzle, like, it just all wears
Old,
out.
worn.
Yeah. But BP have announced that they reckon that EV charging stations make about as much per hour as a petrol station. Overall, obviously,
Nice.
you're not
Really?
getting, well, you're not getting anywhere near the volume of traffic, but you are getting people parked there for 40 minutes, and
No, but
you are
yeah, that's
getting,
what I'm saying. That's impressive.
yeah. Well, I mean, that's what they reckon. It's pretty much at parity, and if they start putting solar panels on the roofs of the charging stations and batteries to charge up when there aren't people, then they can make it more profitable. And once it's more profitable to do that, every petrol station in the UK is in dire risk of shutting, because BP are only there to make as much profit as they can. No other reason. I love this car. This car is awesome.
When you say the BP, is it just a open lot with the charging stations, or is it like an actual gas station, or like a convenience store with it?
Oh yeah, it's a convenience store with it. Yeah, we always do that in the UK because that makes.
Oh, okay, good. Okay.
Also, when you are going to be there for 20 minutes and charging rather than 10, 5.
That was another part of it. It's like, you can't get your snacks there?
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, someone pointed out the other day, and this is his thing, although you do charge an EV, it does take longer to charge an EV than a petrol car. I can charge my EV at home, whereas you have to go to a special building to charge yours. And I guarantee you don't live near one. And if you drive a car that takes superannuated like me, you can't even use half the garages. So I have to use special ones anyway. But anyway, that was awesome. So yeah, we're going to keep Thursdays for Live for Speed and Sundays for Wreckfest. So thank you, Internet, for watching. You're all lovely. And we'll see you tomorrow for hopefully